Hi guys, good afternoon to you. Hope you're enjoying the day so far, kicking off the afternoon session. And in the spirit of video conferencing from home, live, I am hoping in the next 30 minutes for my doorbell to ring and for the dog to bark and for my kids to walk in, maybe crying. So let's see. Papirfly. So as a leading supplier to the global employer branding community, at Papirfly, we are proud to be part of today's event. We're committed to the innovation and the growth of employer branding best practice. So for those of you who don't know us yet, we're Papirfly and we've been around since the year 2000. I'm going to talk to you today about how you can attract and retain the best global talent with our easy to use brand activation management software, or BAM as we like to call it. You're likely to be aware of DAM, digital asset management, with brands such as Binder or Simple Solutions that might include Google Drive or Microsoft OneDrive, that sort of thing. But this only scratches the surface. And we are the only technology provider offering BAM, and that's what I'm going to talk to you about today. So, before I kick off, as I mentioned, we want to quickly take a poll. Natasha, here we go. How about that?
There you go.
That's amazing. So what we wanted to ask you guys is which of these areas best describes you and your employer brand teams? You have challenges, and we just want to know what are those main challenges. You can click more than one, so please do have a quick look through the options here. Are your challenges that it's likely you're going to face budget cuts and I'm particularly thinking about the post-coronavirus landscape. What describes you best? It's likely we'll face budget cuts. We need to produce more campaigns than ever before, or my team doesn't have enough time to get everything done. Number 4 is our brand consistency is under threat. And the 5th one is getting design jobs completed. That's difficult. So please, 5 options, select multiple answers. Natasha, I take it I don't have to worry about the timing of this, and you'll let me know when enough people have ticked the buttons.
Yeah, absolutely. I can see there's still a few more people coming through. They're probably just taking it in. So we'll give it another sort of 10 seconds or so.
Absolutely, yeah.
Probably everyone just ticking through all of them.
yeah, I'm happy for a bit of silence here so you can read through. You don't want my voice in the background so you can't focus.
Okay, I think that's probably enough. So I'll end the polling and you should now be able to see the poll results as well.
I can indeed, and thank you everybody for participating in that poll. As an employer brand focused company, we do talk about these challenges, but it's interesting for us to know which ones are rising to the top as the biggest issues. And I can see here that it's time, and yeah, we guessed it might be time. Time and money are often the big things you want. You haven't got enough money to do it, and you haven't got enough time or resource to do it. Interesting to see that you're not able to produce enough campaigns more than ever before. There's so many different channels now and different ways of doing things, and you need to produce so much more. And that's really interesting because hopefully what I'm going to talk to you about today, BAM, that will talk a little bit how you can do so much more, with working smarter, doing more with less effectively. Okay, so before I actually jump into this BAM concept, let me set the scene. So a scene that many of you will recognise. And it does follow quite nicely on from those challenges we just talked about. So clients come to us because they're looking for a better way to recruit and retain the best talent by harnessing their employer brand. The current crisis has highlighted that investing in employer branding is more important now than ever before. So do any of these phrases sound familiar? I wish I had more budget, more time, and a more effective way of delivering marketing materials. Or, I feel stressed, and these campaigns aren't attracting the right candidates. I can't tailor these materials to local markets. There's another one. Those guys are too expensive. Number 5, I just can't get this to market quickly enough. Do any of those sound familiar? All of them? Our clients, they were tired of lengthy queues and approval processes with agencies, spending so much time briefing and tweaking and sharing, approving and reworking. And then there are the teams that they don't get to physically see every day. They end up seeing their brand become weaker with each inconsistent application. So when there's multiple agencies and in-house teams delivering, but no unified way of doing things, efforts are duplicated, teams end up siloed, and things become difficult and they become messy. Maybe a little bit of this is your world. Well, it all stops here now. What BAM does, it eliminates everything I've just listed. Instead, I've got to stop calling it BAM like that. I mean, it's just BAM. It eliminates everything I've just talked about and so much more. Its purpose is to empower you and your teams to deliver effective marketing more efficiently. So it frees you up to develop initiatives that help achieve employer brand excellence. And it stops your time being sucked up by things you shouldn't need to concern yourself with. So, brand activation management, BAM, it isn't just a piece of software, it's actually a new way of working. It gives your teams the power to create, to edit, to store, to share, and to manage all of your marketing materials in-house. But importantly, no specialist skills are needed, and that's key. They can do this anywhere in the world. They just need to log into your own dedicated, branded online portal, and off they go. Unlimited digital, print, video, asset designs, they can all be delivered in any language to a professional standard, all in minutes. We're not talking hours, we're not talking days. Teams can harness predefined templates that allow them to deliver what they need, whilst adhering to automated brand critical guidelines. So they have absolute freedom, but you have total governance. So that's a real win-win. BAM's already helping some of the world's biggest companies activate their brands like never before. I've been delighted to see some of our customers pop by the stand already because they're taking full advantage of BAM right now. And what we do, we work with employer brand teams to eliminate everyday frustrations and create this one team atmosphere across the globe. BAM's changing the way they deliver their employer brand strategy forever. And actually we'll hear from a few of these brands directly in a little while, if the audio works. I think I've pressed the right button. Okay, so creation of marketing materials, brand education, digital asset storage and sharing, and global management of campaigns. In the past, these have typically been delivered across a number of different software applications, downloads, and licenses and subscriptions. It's a little bit fudged, it wasn't so well connected, bit of hit and hope, but the BAM approach provides a single destination for everything, and it's under that one BAM umbrella. So it's made up of these four key areas that you see here. When combined in one place, it delivers a simple way to truly activate your brand and ensure you keep up with the evolving demands of the talent market. Okay, so let's take a closer look at these four areas. Number one, create. Allow your teams to create as many digital, print, video assets as they need. They can choose preset designs, features, text, imagery, layouts, and a whole lot more. Plus, you can decide how much of the template is editable. And if you choose for some areas to be a bit more relaxed, approval workflows can ensure the right eyes have sign-off before anything goes live. Number two is educate. Here you have a single source of truth for all of your global teams. They can access the latest guidelines, color palettes, fonts, and more, all centrally available in this brand portal. And what a user sees can be tailored to them, depending on which part of the brand they work for, in which country, etc. So a real personal experience. Number three is store and share. This is an intuitive digital asset management platform, or DAM, to empower your central or local teams. They can save their creations here. They can access your complete collection of documents, images, videos. They can then be picked up and repurposed by other teams across the world. And this can be source files, it can be finished content. Teams can share from inside this platform, convert to different formats, and be alerted when uploads aren't up to scratch. And number four is the power to manage. With BAM, you gain a bird's eye view of all campaigns and marketing materials being created, shared, and edited across your global teams. You receive complete peace of mind that templates are keeping everyone on brand and consistent, approving assets where needed, and creating campaign timelines so everyone is on the same page. You can even monitor your return on investment, your ROI of the software, by seeing in real time how many assets have been created and how quickly. I've only scratched the surface here of BAM's capabilities, but one of its best features for me is that everything can be accessed in one place. It really is a one-stop shop for everything employer brand. Team members get a dedicated login, they have set permissions, different views, so they only see what's relevant to them. Having a single way of working keeps teams aligned, and it makes life so much easier for everyone. Now, bringing your brand to market successfully is perhaps the only way to stand out. Brand management is changing fast and businesses are struggling to keep up. More than ever, it's important to have a brand presence that's consistent, is confident, and can hold its own in a noisy space. The problems facing global teams on a daily basis are becoming increasingly difficult to ignore and more pressing to fix. So when it comes to employer brand marketing, being proactive and reactive is invaluable. And what BAM does, it places the power to deliver everything you need in the hands of your teams. So we have perfectly sized social media posts with branded videos, detailed brochures, professional email marketing and adverts and more. And it's all tailored to local audiences. It doesn't need, have I said this before, any additional skills or expertise. Now, normally at this point, it would be fitting for me to provide a quick demo of the platform in action, but obviously a bit limited for time today. So I'd like to invite you all to reach out after today's event, and I'd be delighted to run through it one-on-one so that you can see how BAM from Papirfly can transform the way you work. Okay, so I've touched already on some comms channels, but let's talk video. Now, for years, forecasters have told us about the importance of incorporating video content into marketing campaigns, even prior to COVID-19, causing a monumental shift in people's lifestyles and working habits. The evidence for a renewed focus on video, it was right in front of us. So, for example, it's estimated that people will spend approximately 100 minutes a day watching online videos in 2021. 6 out of 10 people prefer watching online video to TV. That surprised me, but I'm getting old. Mobile video consumption is increasing by 100% every year. More than 1 billion hours of video is consumed by users on YouTube every day, and there's close to 1 million minutes of video crossing the internet per second. We could go on and on. So at this point, Natasha, I've got our second live poll here. Before I talk more about video, just wanted to run another quick yes/no poll, if I may. Let's focus on the importance of making video accessible to employer branding teams. So 3 quick questions, they're all yes/no. Number 1, have you used video in your employer branding campaigns in the past 12 months? If it's a don't know, just pop no. Number 2, does your team find it quick and easy to create new videos? Yes or no. And number 3, would you like to use more video in your employer branding activities? Okay, so I'll just give you a moment on that.
Give it another 10 seconds, I reckon.
Okay, 10 seconds sounds good to me. So just quick yes, no, guys, please.
Okay. Ending the polling, and you should now be able to see the results.
I love number 3. I didn't think it would be any different to that, but it would be interesting. You know, some non-believers perhaps. That's great. I mean, video and employer branding is 100%. That's great. Does your team find it quick and easy? No. Again, we guessed that. What we find a lot with video is that you can make video. That's easy enough, but is it conforming to brand guidelines, especially if you're doing it on your iPhone in your car, driving along, and your company wants to wrap that up in a day of the life, that sort of thing? You go on YouTube and look at most corporates and look for a day in the life. You see 4 videos and you see 4 different guidelines being adhered to, because there aren't really guidelines being adhered to. So really interesting, and thanks again for that. So why is video so important? 72% of businesses say video improves their conversion rates. Video is the first choice for top performing marketeers because viewers retain 95% of a video message, but only 10% when reading that message. So it's not surprising then that we are seeing our employer brand clients looking to harness video, but without the complexity and the costs normally associated in video production. And surprise, surprise, new for this year, we've introduced video tools and enhancement to our own BAM offering. So using our new video module, you can quickly and easily brand and compile video content for your websites, your social media, and your digital campaigns. And importantly, as ever, with BAM, no expertise is required. And here's how employer brand teams use video. So it can be day in the life, promotion of graduate fairs and events, job video ads, so on. Again, normally at this point, it'd be fitting for me to provide a quick demo showing you how quick and easy it is to create video using our tool. But with the limited time we have today, let me just reassure you that our BAM now allows you to create on-brand video across your entire business whilst ensuring brand governance is fast and affordable and without the need for those design skills. Okay, so as you've seen, with BAM, automating marketing production and brand materials, it's a logical next step for employer brand teams. Not only will it save significant amounts of time and money and allows you to go to market much faster, but your team will feel empowered and not frustrated. And you'll gain back breathing space, thinking time, time to strategically plan and drive your vision and deliver that employer brand excellence across the globe. Now, I guess it's all very well someone from Papirfly talking how great BAM is and how it will revolutionise the way you activate your employer branding campaigns, but please don't take my word for it. What I'd really like to do now is share what some of our clients think. So here's a short video outlining some of the ways it's improved their lives, and hopefully the audio works as well. Perhaps, Natasha, if it's not,
I'll pipe up it. Yeah, I'll pipe up if it's not working.
Let's give it a go.
Papirfly has saved us a huge amount in terms of not only monetary spend, but also time savings and resource savings.
Trying to sign things off with brand, trying to teach employees how to create assets, it would just be a lot of time wasted.
My day-to-day job has changed so much since we implemented Papirfly. I used to spend a lot of time creating assets myself. Now I can log on to Papirfly, within a minute I can have a social tile ready to use with exactly the text that I want on it.
Cutting the middleman and saving so much time to create assets. In practice, you can use the same template. It was just amazing, so it was kind of a no-brainer to go for it.
If you want a simple solution, I wouldn't even think about it. It's really simple to use, low cost, simple to use, and very efficient.
Life before Papirfly, it was a bit hectic and quite messy. It cuts so much time and also cuts so many middlemen, and we don't have to rely on anyone else now.
There are so many brilliant features in Papirfly. I think my favourite would have to be our brand guidebook that we've created. It serves as one place for everybody to go to understand what our brand is about, what the key attributes, key messages are, for them to go on and create their own assets.
Our designers can spend time setting up or defining templates and then go off and start actually evolving our visual identity.
I particularly like the creator itself, the ability to go and create print assets and fully customize them to the needs of the supplier or the country.
It gives our employees the ability to create their own assets, to understand our branding, but also it gives them the power and the confidence to do all this.
I have never had any background for producing, and when I drag a product from the product list into the editor, everything shows up. We're talking specs, bullet points, prices, and images. It's amazing.
We've actually used it extensively within Unilever. I think we have about 4,000 assets actually on the asset library now. It really helps us to achieve kind of asset sharing as well in terms of photos and videos.
Papirfly enables us to be able to go to market with consistent messaging, look and feel, regardless of language or country, which means that anybody has the same IBM experience regardless of where they are.
Just the other day, I was in a dialogue with a Spanish colleague, and she quote unquote basically just said, Papirfly, our brand portal, we can't get enough of it.
Papirfly have been fantastic. They're really open to new ideas and listening to us and finding out what our needs are.
What I like best about working with Papirfly is that it makes our lives so much easier on so many levels.
Papirfly is quite critical to what we're doing. We want to communicate in an authentic way.
Papirfly is a tremendous aid in our daily work.
Working with Papirfly has been fantastic. Couldn't have enough praise for the team.
To someone who is considering Papirfly, I would say definitely go for it. If you've ever worked in brand or in employer brand before, you'll know how useful it can be for you and your team.
If you want a simple solution that helps you build brand consistency, then go for it.
If you are stuck in a workflow, you're finding yourself having to sign things off, trying to drive consistency across many markets on a global scale, whilst really driving one core message and brand attributes, Papirfly could be the huge unlock for you.
If I were to describe Papirfly in 3 words, it'd be digitization, nimbleness, and creativity.
In 3 words, rapid,
empowering,
cost efficiency,
quality,
streamlined,
easy,
automation,
adaptable,
and definitely empowerment. Other markets come to me and they're like, wow, like this is such a cool tool, where has this been?
Sorry about that, that was definitely more than 3 words, the last piece. But that's me done. Thank you for your time. I'm Justin, Global Director of Employer Brand at Papirfly.